Some dreams are big. Some dreams are small. Some dream to go from place to place. Dreams of love and ever after. Dreams and sacrifices that builds the future. Whatever the dream or step or journey, you can do more with a partner that cares about your dreams. Access, more than banking.
Welcome back. I'm now being joined with Malam Garba Kurfi, the Managing Director of APT Securities and Funds Limited. Malam, you are welcome. We've got a lot to do. Now, between the short break we had, we're discussing. You see, me, I operate open door policy. We're discussing, what you did say is that Aruna did not bail out investors in those delisted companies. Bail them out.
Yes, when you are in a company that is delisted, it is not over. All you have to do, call your broker, open your NSD, that is National Security Dealers Association OTC account. In that, once you do, instruct your broker to move your stock into that. You single-handedly, you can move your stock to that NSD and start trading from there.
Malam, what you are telling me, in effect, is that when a set of stock are delisted from the Nigerian Exchange Group, they are automatically listed on the NASD. Am I correct?
Yes, they are automatically, but not automatically. One of the, either the broker or the seller, one of them should go and approach NSD and say he wants to trade. They will give the code, and the next day you start trading. Because the truth of the matter, as long as those stocks were listed with the Security and Exchange Commission, qualified them. Even last week, the Mobile, which is 11 PLC, have listed into OTC, so you can continue trading. And the price I saw them listed there is much better than even the price that they were trading the Nigerian Stock Exchange.
Right.
The same thing with Capital Bancorp. It's listed last week. As I'm talking to you, we are taking the Infrastructure Bank PLC to the market. By this coming week, you will see it trading there. So more companies are coming. As long as you are registered with the SEC, you are free. Either by the shareholder or by the broker can take any of this company there, and you don't need to do much. You just go there, they will give you the code, the next you start trading.
All right, that is an additional information which was not even part of what we had wanted to look at today. But Malam, just looking at the market generally for last week, I can see that the indicators largely were down. Osher index was down 1.30%, market capitalization down 1.30%, yields down 15.98%, volume down 7.29%, and value 19.08%. What are you seeing as possibility for this week?
I think this week will do better. Even to me, technically last week they have done very well. Because the fact last week was traded for 4 days instead of 5 days. So when you see the margin, and out of that 4 days, 3 days were closed positive. But remember, in this our market, we have elephant. And once any of this elephant does the other way around, the index go to the other side. One of the elephants suffered 10% loss on Tuesday, and that what make the whole week to close in negative. But when you look at it, more companies are gaining. There is more gainers than the losers. And we believe that this is a promising and an indicator that this month, thereafter, the market will go up.
Malam, looking at some of those equities that actually emerged as highest percentage gainers for last week, they are not some of those that one we want to actually reckon with. For example, Baga led the market with a growth of 14.8%. 93% for last week. But looking at the charts, Baga is already operating at an overbought level. I expect the price to come down. We'll still talk about that. Lasaco grew last week, growing 10% or thereabout. And then Champion Breweries, Morrison. This Morrison, what information do you have about it? Because I keep seeing it appearing on the highest gainer chart for every week.
The market doesn't have much information, but there is speculation. And speculation is one of the playboy of the market. Speculators bring the playboy of the market. They play in so many stocks, and they prove at times right. Japol was trading 20 kobo for many years, but it went as high as 1 naira 58 kobo or 68 kobo. Before now it's trading at around 50. And when you look at it, these speculators, at times they know what they are doing.
This Japan you mentioned,
yes,
is there hope for it?
There is hope. When you look at their first quarter result, you will see improvement. And we believe that now that they are away from the heavy debt that is on their neck due to the exchange, I believe that Jafol have the future, but they need to say more about this new goal. Which goal have they got and where are they digging this goal? Well, we need to get more of it.
We'll talk about that one at another time. Looking at those equities that emerged on the highest percentage losers last week, UACN. Was it because of the divestment in UPDC? Then we saw Airtel Africa. But the one I would really want you to talk about will be CHI, GPLC, Consolidated Hallmark Insurance. This equity eventually chart has been proven right, because for weeks charts have been saying that this equity was overbought and then it was just staying there. But last week it gained. Of course, looking at the daily activities, I think it started with at about 74, came to about 61, and eventually closed around 67, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I want the investors to be very, very vigilant to the insurance company. From the beginning of the year to date, you will see insurance keep on surprising investors, and they will continue to surprise them, because for the few of them that have released their first quarter, we saw surprising,
Mutual
increasing by
did
more
not
than
surprise
300.
us. The result from Mutual Benefit.
Yes, that is one up. But if you look at it, in every week, you will see insurance company rising, insurance company coming down, because speculators find that these are the stock that you can trade. One, most of the insurance now become liquid. You can buy, you can sell. Secondly, that we have seen that they will start gradually before you know them, they are up there. Before 2021, most of the insurance are trading at 20 kobo. Today, some of them gain as much as 400%. Where will you earn this? And we can see it. Veritas Capital came with their first quarter result with more than 400% increase. It moved from 20 kobo to 28.
Malam,
and now come back to 22, but it's going. So most of them, they will surprise the market.
Let us leave insurance companies alone, and we look at some of these equities. I've got a lot, but unfortunately, there might not be enough time to take on all of them. ABC Transport is looking somewhat positive on the charts. What will be your take for this week? Be fast so that we can take...
Well, my take is that this is a stock that speculators can go into it. It came as low as 28 kobo, and it went as high as 42 kobo. So when you get variations, that is where to be, but be at the right price.
Right.
Yes.
Access Bank, very, very good stock by any standard, but it might likely slow down for Monday and Tuesday, even if it's going to begin to rise from Wednesday. That is what the charts are saying. What are you saying, Malam?
My advice is a promising stock. Today in the history of banking, nobody demonstrate what Access Bank did.
African Prudential is looking somewhat weak. How do you see it? Is it a stock that somebody should look at this week?
You see, these are the stock that they will just move up and down. African Prudential UCA, because of what they demonstrated. But since these are the stock that doesn't declare dividend, you just have a room to play. When it come down, when it go up, take your profit, continue playing with them. But the real running will come in the
Vaga
subsequent
is
year.
operating at overbought level. It emerged as the highest gainer last week. What do you think was behind it?
You see, this is a stock that is not liquid. If you want to sell 100,000, it's wahala. If you want to buy 100,000, the same. So it's a stock that it can go up and come down, but if you are hooked there, you will realize that you are not in the liquid stock.
Mala, many people in Champion Breweries actually felt that maybe along the line the company is going to merge with Nigerian breweries. But as we speak now, it is possible it will start low in the course of the week, but it might move up later. What will you say
My
about that?
advice is a speculative stock, go for it because of the obvious reason. Today, you look at where is Nigerian breweries. Guinness was trading 14 naira. Today, Guinness is trading almost 30 naira. So when you look at those sectors, as we are getting out of the COVID, more celebration, more drinking, therefore there is no way those stocks will not also reflect what is going on in the market.
But Nigerian breweries is looking down because for a number of weeks it was on the overbought level on the charts, but eventually the stock is looking down. What is your take?
My take
with
on
the
these
breweries?
stocks, by the time they release their second quarter result, they will all move from where they are because they are comparing like and unlike. Last year, the same period, everybody is at home, no drinking. This time around, parties all over, and therefore their turnover, their profit before tax, profit after tax will change completely. And therefore, by the time they declare their half-year result, people rush for these stocks.
Stanbic IBTC is at oversold. The price seems cheap on the chart, but you are not in it.
This is a defensive stock. A defensive stock is behave different from other stock. Don't compare defensive stock with any other
But
stock.
Weber Bank is cheap. Will you be recommending it?
It's a speculative stock, but it has hope. When you see what is going on Weber Bank, you can say there is hope.
From the information we are getting to here, Zenith is competing with Access Bank in the purchase of the shares of Union Bank to be divested. Now, on the chart, Zenith is actually at overbought level. Will you be buying it or selling it, or you are
Well,
just looking at it?
if you are looking for interim dividend, I will say go for Access Bank. Because Access Bank will pay you 25 kobo, and today is trading at 855. Zenith Bank will pay you 30 kobo, except they change their trend. And one Zenith Bank will buy you 3 assets. 3 assets will give you 75 kobo interim dividend against 30 kobo interim dividend. So in that respect, if you are for interim dividend, fine. But let me tell you, all these stock they are trading below their fair value because their PE ratio is less than 5. And use whatever technicality, fundamentally, they are stock that we say that cheap. They are below their fair value.
Now, Malam, Okomu and Presco, they are brother and sister, or sister and sister, or brother and brother. They are in the same industry. In fact, virtually in the same location. But on the charts, Okomu is looking down, Presco is looking up. Which one will you readily recommend?
Well, to me, I will say both the two of them, they are defensive stock. Because these are the stock that they don't follow the trend of the market. Okomu went to 111 naira. Go and check the history of Okomu. It has never been there in the history of Okomu. But it went there because it's a defensive stock. The same thing was Presco. Presco went to 70, come down and move on. I will say yes, for speculative reason, you can buy more of Presco because the present position of Presco, it has been there and it went beyond that. But Okomu has reached a level that it has never been there. So likely is to come down, but they can proceed beyond where they are, both the two of them, because they are defensive stock. They don't follow the market trend.
Transcorp is looking overbought, which means that the price should actually start the week relatively low, all things being equal. What is your opinion about Transcorp?
My opinion that buy Transcorp, but don't assume Transcorp is a stock that give you immediate gain, but it's a stock of the future. Everybody knows they are into oil. Yes.
You are telling me to buy. How long do you want me to wait?
Look, for those who want to trade on it, I can say wait for 6 months. You will see changes in that price because it demonstrated it before. It went as high as 1 naira 34 kobo before it come down to 82 kobo. So it shows you there is fluctuation. And now, all what we are seeing in Transcorp is likely going to go up. And therefore, by the time they declare their half-year result, we may likely see it hitting beyond 1 naira.
What if the second quarter report is not according to market expectation?
No way, because where they are is where it matters. Nobody can be in power in oil. We know the price of crude oil now. We know what is in power now. And therefore, the two of them will go up.
What do you have to say about UBA?
Wow. That is one bank I respect. Respect that it's not a Nigerian bank. Go and see, they are in 17 countries. No any bank that crossed that level. Yet they remain as UBA, not as a holding cost. That is why when anybody tried to convince me that you want to go into hold core, I say, hold what?
Okay, that reminds me, the discussion about guarantee. So what's your opinion?
My opinion that we wait and see, but there is nothing more than mere ego. This is the bank that is well diversified. They have their investment in ARM, pension fund.
They sold off.
Yes, they have their investment in AXA Mansa. Every of their subsidiaries, they are doing very well.
Very well.
So why do you decide to divest now without investing in any of them? You want to hold core, and you are adding cost to yourself. What gives GT edge over other banks is their go and see their marginal cost. Except if they want to do something, because when you go to the holding core, we don't see the true picture of your account. We see the holding account. We don't see the true bank. Because if you are in the true bank, we'll see all the insider and outsiders. But when you go to the holding core, we are only seeing holding core. And holding core is something else.
So, Malam, what are you now recommending?
My
Should
recommendation,
I sell my
no,
guarantee,
hold
or I
it.
should buy
At the
more?
current price is okay. Hold it, but watch and shine your eyes.
There's one question I needed to ask Aruna. Maybe it was an oversight, but I might not necessarily allow the question to go for the week. I know Aruna basically is an economist. I know you are an accountant, but I think you are brother and sister. Okay, the the National Bureau of Statistics actually reported in the course of last week that inflation rate has dropped to 17.93%. What does it portend for the economy, for the people on the street, and for the stock market?
Well, for the economy, it shows a positive response that the inflation is coming down. For the common man, he doesn't understand them. Because the price of bread has gone up. The price of transport has gone up. Every other thing that is common to him, the price is going up. So when you say the inflation is coming down, he will begin to wonder, where did you do your computation? Because their basket is so wide enough that it's not known to the common man. The truth of the matter, for the common man, his pocket is bleeding. He has to add every money to be the same position. So for him, inflation is not coming down. But for the statistics, they have a wider basket, which make it unknown to the common man. But generally, we hope the inflation to come down, because when it comes down, it gives hope.
Madam,
For the
I want you
economy.
to talk about 3 stocks all in 1 minute. First, FBNH, the big elephant. Number 2, FCMB. And number 3, Fidelity Bank. All in 1 minute.
I will start with the last one. I believe that in terms of the dividend payout and the performance displayed by Fidelity, Fidelity was to take position even now. When you come to the First Bank, I have no doubt over me that First Bank, let's see what the half-year result be, but take your position. When the stock refuses to go down, somebody who knows something going on is that ever ready. Anytime you bring First Bank at 7 naira 10 kobo, they will clear it. So why don't you join the queue? Because by the time you know the party is over, you will start pursuing the shadow. As for FCMB, now we have seen improvement in their group account. So we hope it continue. Remember, their legacy pension or FCMB pension have acquired ICO pension. So by all this, there is likely going to see more synergies into that. So it's a promising bank.
When I did say to you that this is the best platform as far as equity analysis, investment education is concerned, I do hope sincerely that I've been able to prove beyond every reasonable doubt that indeed this is the platform. I want to say a very big thank you to you for staying tuned this stretch of 1 hour. I want to say a very big thank you to Malam Garba Kurfi, covering that distance to be with us here. And you can see the wealth he has shared with us so far, so good. I will appreciate if his number can also scroll so that people can call him and they can mentor them. I want to say a very big thank you to Aruna every time and Dr. Ayo Adeyemi. I want to say a very big thank you to the management of Lagos Television for making this platform available, and to all the crew members who have chosen to be here even on Sunday when they are not supposed to be at work, and my also team members, they are workaholic. All right, by the special grace of God, we're going to be with you again the same time next Sunday. Until then, I remain yours sincerely in wealth creation, its accumulation and preservation, Abayomi Obabulijo. God bless you. Enjoy your week.
First Money is Nigeria's biggest and most preferred agent banking network. Thanks to First Money, millions of people are living their dreams. Meet some First Money agents who are driving this.
One Kesu Kireke from First Bank introduced me to First Money. I forgot searching for job.
Ya taimaki mutane sosai wurin matsowa kusa da yanayin banki. Da sai sun tafiya mai nisa kamin su je su samu banki.
Through First Money, over 1 million people across Nigeria have their financial services needs met daily. In all the accessible local government areas, you are bound to find First Money agents. With First Money, we're bringing financial inclusion and the many benefits that come with it.